Hello, greetings, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're at and when you are watching this video. I trust that it finds you in its perfect timing. My name is Victoria, and this is going to be about the energies and the energy reading for the next couple days. Apologize for the traffic in the background. You can't seem to get away sometimes from the traffic, but I wanted to remind you that we have the sun finishing up in Gemini. The moon is moving through the later degrees of Pisces as I'm recording this video, and we'll be moving into Aries very soon. So our emotions may be kind of kicked up into a little bit of a fiery stream spark. And of course, when the moon's in Aries, it's always really good to be directing our emotions in a creative, positive, initiatory way that we're investing those emotions into things that are productive, fruitful, and that will invest in us in a positive manner. Because every creation or all energy is creation. And what we send out and create, it always returns to the creator. So let us remember that as we put our energy forward, emotional, mental, physical, also our etheric bodies, casual bodies. All these bodies have a specific frequency that they give forth and that we receive back from. So the deck that I'm using today is going to be the Wild Unknown Alchemy. So my camera doesn't want to stay in one place. That's okay. I'm just going to do this. It's not going to move anymore. The Wild Unknown Alchemy. And I've been referring back to this quite a bit just because we have had so many alchemical frequencies going on, soul level transformations, and external alchemy as well. But remember, everything starts within. And even though sometimes seemingly the actions that we take may not affect the whole or the macrocosmic or the universe, remember they do, even if it's in a small manner that creates a ripple effect and a wave. So keep that in mind, that every action you take is affecting the whole and the collective. The cards that came up today are very interesting because I was looking at the astrology and we have a Jupiter Neptune square going on today. So the planet of expansion, growth, wealth, beneficence is squaring, which means we may come to a head about something, challenges, we may have to make a decision, is squaring that Neptunian energy and frequency, the other world, the super consciousness, the imagination. It also, in its negative aspects, can be illusion, delusion, deception, the fog, a veil. We aren't seeing things clearly. So keeping in mind what we're expanding, are we seeing things clearly? Are we able to expand what is perhaps the higher consciousness, the imagination? This could actually be a good energy for creation in cutting away certain things that are illusionary, that aren't adding to, that may be deceptive, veiled, and moving forward with the higher consciousness, that spiritual connection, and expanding that aspect forward. The key is the discernment of what is a what, right? So the first card that came up actually was Neptune. Neptune. Divinity, mysticism, seeking. Neptune is the mystic's planet. Its transcendent energy projects forward to the heavens. When the Neptune card appears, the seeker archetype is activated and doorways to new dimensions open. A voice whispers from beyond the earthly plane, perhaps calling you to a pilgrimage or a new spiritual practice, or you may experience a meditative bliss beyond your wildest dreams. Divinity has arrived, whether it's just in nirvana, enlightenment, or good old serenity. Amidst your spiritual awakening, remember that ultimately the work is not about you. The work is about what's bigger than you. Stay grounded in that reality, and you're likely to avoid Neptune's pitfalls of narcissism and escapism. History shows us examples of spirituality turned madness, so keep your woo-woo tendencies in balance with a little selfless service. And to go deeper with this, some of the suggestions are pick up a spiritual text that you haven't read in a while, reread it as if for the first time. Let's see. Recall the first moment you experienced Neptune's energy, perhaps a godlike encounter when you were young. There's a key in the memory. Write about it today. And something to ponder, forgiveness is medicine. So looking here in the Neptune card, you see this reminds me of lines of light, divinity coming into someone that's seeking in the prayer consciousness. The downward triangle is the water triangle, symbolizing water in its essence, emotion. And the egg over here to me is like the potentiality of new birth, growth, creation. And at the very bottom, it looks like we have a gold gem. So perhaps this is the truth and the seed of the soul seeking to be birthed. And it's only a matter of time. This egg over here reminds me of the void, the egg in the void that is the potentiality to exist, but hasn't come into being specifically. So that being said, the second card that we received, interesting enough, is Sulphur. Ouch, Sulphur. So when the Sulphur work comes, that's the burning away of the dross. The dross is like the excess, the things that don't need to exist with us anymore, that are just taking up space. In Hermetic Kabbalah, they talk about the tetrahedron and the three main types of fire, and then there's a fourth type of fire, which is latent heat. And this heat is what is the initiate is clearing away. That is just excess. It's hovering. It's the dross. So when you're going through the sulfuric purification, it's not really comfortable and it doesn't smell good, but know that as we go through the process, we're releasing and we're going to come out in a cleaner space. A little bit on this card. Let me see. What do I want to share with you? Don't be discouraged if the meaning of this card seems to evaporate before your eyes. For now, keep in mind what is dross contains beauty. What is beautiful contains its own demise. Sulphur's job is to push the geyser up and out, dissipating the pressure. Don't be surprised if what appears to be stuck or stink soon becomes a great gift. To go deeper, let's look at envision what is geyser-like in your life right now. What needs to move up and out to be freed so it can be evaporated? What else does it say? If the sulfur card appears with any of the others from the trima prima would be salt or mercury, because sulfur, salt, and mercury are three of the alchemical principles of nature. It is a sure sign that the link between them is underway. So because it didn't come with that, it came with Neptune, it would be the purification of the superconsciousness, the imagination, the dream world, what we want to bring through to life from the other side. If just kind of think about that, feel into that. And something to ponder is the red lion. So the red lion is that alchemical lion that we eventually want to become, because the red lion eventually shifts into the alchemical gold, which is the alchemical gold of the soul.